Alright y'all, I'm going to show you how to test a thermopile on a water heater with a Honeywell gas valve. Now, this test assumes you can raise or establish a pilot light to test the thermopile. If you can't raise or establish a pilot light, I have a video that may help you, and the title of the video is How to Troubleshoot a Water Heater and Honeywell Gas Valve. So here's how the thermopile works. When the pilot's lit, it's heating the thermopile, which allows the thermopile to produce enough electricity, just a small current, to operate the control board in this gas valve. When the pilot is out and your water heater isn't working, the thermopile is not heated and cannot operate the control board in this gas valve. So you're not going to see any status lights here at this LED status light to indicate what the problem may be. So that's why we're going to test out our thermopile and see if our thermopile is healthy or not. You'll have a cover down here to remove, and the way you remove it is you pinch it or just pull it from one side and it'll come off. So to test the thermopile, you want to isolate it, so you're testing only the thermopile. And the way you do that is you remove this red wire from the left side of this thermal switch. That is called a thermal switch. You pull that wire off because you're going to need that to test the thermopile. This red wire runs directly to the thermopile on that burner assembly. This white wire runs directly to that thermopile on the burner assembly. So by removing the wire from the thermal switch here, we've isolated the thermopile to test that alone and not the thermopile and the thermal switch. So we have our red wire that's going directly to the thermopile that we've taken off this thermal switch. We remove this little, what I call a wiring harness right there. It's just a little harness that keeps the red and the white wire to the thermopile in. So you rock it back and forth and it'll come out. We have our multimeter set up. It's on DC, direct current, and 2000 millivolts. I have the red lead from the multimeter going to the red wire that we took off of the thermal switch. The black lead is going to the back of this white wire here, of this harness that we pulled out of here. So, black lead from the multimeter to the white wire, red lead from the multimeter to the red wire. And now we're going to test that thermopile. Alright y'all, let's test that thermopile and see if it works. Here's how you do it. You move the temperature knob from off to pilot, and you press in that temperature knob. You strike the igniter. You see how our numbers are increasing here? That means our pilot is lit, because it's applying flame to the thermopile, which is generating electricity to operate this control board. What we're looking for is 650 to 850 millivolts. So it'll take a couple of minutes. Keep pressing in that knob at the pilot position. Alright y'all, it'll continue to climb slowly, so I know that my thermopile is good. I have a reading of over 650. And now I'm going to release the temperature knob, and you'll see what happens. The numbers will start to decrease because there's no longer a flame from the pilot to heat that thermopile. And there you go. So now we know our thermopile is good and it's healthy. That's how you test a thermopile on a water heater with a Honeywell gas valve. Hope it helps, and happy DIYing.